correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get the superiority of bhakti to make mukti in Kapila's book. So that was verse number 22. Now we have to read verse number 23, I think.
So so last verse we read that naikatmatang me sprihayanti kechit. There is such no. It is said that mm, some there are who do not desire to lose their individuality by entire absorption in me, but who finds delight in service of my feet. They are fond of active service, of gratifying me. They gather together and chant my glories in spiritual unison. That was the verse from the Kopila statement. Kopila, what it said, again, I'm reading the other book, your book may not match it. This translation in this page 93 bottom, there are some rare aspirants who do not desire to become one with my being. There are devotees, Vedanta students, they want to be one with the divine. But there are these devotees, they don't want to be united with me, totally lost in me. But what they do? Because they are eager to do personal service, they want to serve me, God, the Lord of the universe. They want to keep a separation and want to serve me. That's the bhakti. Bhakti thought is based on that principle. Ramakrishna said, I want not to be sugar, but to taste the sugar. So it is a little separation is kept. That is the bhakta, the devotee's wish. They don't want to be one. No ekatmatang me sprihayanti. They do not desire ekatmata, oneness. With me. Spriha means desire. They don't desire to be one with me. Kechit, there are some people. What they want? Mat padu seva abhirata. They always want to engage in the service of my feet. That means service of the Lord Krishna, Lord Narayana, as we talked the other day at length, that the Vaishnavas, that is their spiritual practice. Temple, putting the Lord in the bed, getting the Lord from out of the bed, bathing him, washing his feet, giving morning candy, rock candy and butter, and then after some time he's hungry, a child is hungry, then you give something at 10 o'clock, something else, some fruits and other things and juice and this, and then again he gets hungry before lunch, give something. That's why in this country people eat only once or twice or thrice, but in India the gods get how many times in Vaishnava temple you go, whole day it is rotating around that eating, and God is sleeping, and God is washed, God's feet is washed, God's dress is changed, morning dress, bathing dress, after shower dress. So all the time it is changing.
When does he run the universe?
Yeah.
It does not take. It does not
Eating,
take.
sleeping, drinking, eating.
It does not take any energy for that type of devotee. That type God is so powerful. It goes on. He has so much power. It's hey, let it go, and it goes. And he takes the seva of the devotees.
Just his presence is enough.
But he does not. This devotee don't care in human being if there is any suffering. That's secondary. So mat seva, they have taken this language. This language they have taken as their own interpretation. That they don't get involved into anything else but my seva, my service. That's why Vaishnava language is. I went to some Vaishnava family. They will prepare a cook meal for me. Then said, "Oh, for your seva. It is for your seva. Seva means service. The deity is to be served like a human being, and that is their only sadhana. They don't care the whole world whether it goes or comes. God, me, and my temple, in the temple, and he is dependent on me. I'll have to bathe him. I'll have to put him to bed. I'll have to wake him up. And when you wake up, put some kajal and this and that, like a babies have done. Uh, mom does like that. All types of, and this dress and that dress, and this time kingly dress, that time play dress, this time night dress, that night. But how many dresses whole day you have to change and take. So this is the jo anno अन्यतो bhagavata prasajya Samajayanti Mama Purushani. Such devotees assemble together. Anna. One person talks with the other person. Anna. Bhagavata. Talking about God, me, my glories. They sit together and render homage to me. And what they do? Sabhajayanti Mama Purushani. They glorify my glory, my power, my strength, my valor, and also they do bhajan and singing and talking about me. So their whole life centered around me. And then Vaishnavas always take me means Krishna. So you see entire Bhagavati saying me. It is Krishna saying. So what else? Why are you going to Rama? Why are you going to Ma Kali? Then you are all wrong. So you are going to hell then. It is almost the same idea, hell idea. So this is the Bhagavata's idea. But you take his Vedantic perspective, it is so sweet, so meaningful. That Bhakta does not want anything but God. I talk about God, sing together about the glories of the God and the strength and power of God and how to grow devotion in Him. These are their topics. Now, so Kapila on what happens to the above mentioned type of devotees. Mm. Good. No, yeah, no, they have gone all backside. Only if I see the faces, that's enough.
This actually gives me a good idea for an app. Where you have, because they have those Sims. You could have Krishna deity where you have to get up at a certain time and do puja and serve him. And yeah, we got to do
And
that.
then we get ideas.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to be part of it.
He is a Vedanta.
My app will only have one thing. Consciousness.
That's good. Okay, we definitely have to
Monotony.
You can be both.
Yeah, you can be both.
No, I'm saying every time, whenever you have some certain time, the only thing will be think of consciousness. Next, think of consciousness.
That's really good.
Now,
Yeah. Or beginners, I do it.
now those devotees who do like that, those who don't want to unite with me, that is their intention, that is their desire, inner craving. They don't want to be united with me, but want to serve me. That is their philosophy of life. And there is so what happens to them? Above mentioned type of devotees. What happens to those people? What happens if they start practicing like that? What will be their future or what? Pashyanti. Now let us join slowly. It is a very heavy Sanskrit. So slowly go through it. Pashyanti te me ruchiranyava santa prasanna bhaktra. Slow. Slow because everyone is not equally.
But we don't have transliteration.
That's why we have to go slow. Those who are trying to do this Sanskrit also. Prasanna Bhaktrarunalochana ni Rupani Divyani Varapradani Shakang Vachang Sprihaniyang Badanti. Toi darshaniya Vayai Vairudara Bilasohasek Shitabam Taihi Hritatmana Hrita Pranam Bhaktihi Anichato me Goti Manving Prajukte. Bhagavad Sanskrit is little deep, difficult. It's orthodox Sanskrit. It's a simpler Sanskrit maybe, but this is little, you need little. But most of the words Sanskrit is that if you can break the sandhi, conjoined sentence, to the Indian mind, it becomes easier because most of the language is based on Sanskrit. In Hindi, Bengali, Oriya, excepting Tamil. Most of the languages have their origin in India, in Sanskrit is root. So they can connect some sort of meaning. Not maybe very clear, but they can understand it. So, so 23rd, Pasyanti te me ruchiranyam anyangva. What is the ruchi hi? Ruchi hi anyavam. Anyangva. What is that? Arnavam. Arnavam maybe. Let me see. Pasyanti te me ruchi ruchir avatangsa. Here is avatangsa. Avatangsa. Prasanna bhaktra runalochanani. They look fondly. They look fondly. Mother, I am divinely beauteous form, my benign countenance and rosy eyes, and they address to me words that please me. That means the saying Kapil is speaking to his mother Devahuti. Why suddenly mother has come? Because he is picking from here and there of the Bhagavad.
There's a story about Kapila
And Kapila, when he's talking about that, here then Kapila is speaking to his mother Devahuti. What he says, "O mother, metamorphosis of Kapila of the godless Shankha philosophy into a avatar of God, preaching the Bhagavad Dharma to his mother." Kapila is Shankha philosophy. He is the founder of Shankha philosophy. He is teaching his mother. Kapila is teaching his Devahuti, mother. So, who teaching bhakti? See, Shankha teaching bhakti. So, you cannot make distinction like that. There is no such thing. But it is only different approach. It is wonderful and makes one doubt whether the Kapila of the Bhagavata is the same very Kapila who composed the aphorism of Ishara Asiddhe Pramana Bhavat. Kapila says, Kapila's philosophy, Shankha philosophy is founded on what? It says, you don't need God. In Shankha, there is no position of God. Purusha, Prakriti. What is the position of God?
Paramatman, they talk about Paramatman,
No.
right?
Purusha and Prakriti. Basic Shankha philosophy. Purusha, consciousness, eternal, and Prakriti, Jada, matter, it's also eternal. When they come in touch only, then all this transformation come in the Prakriti. Thakur's example, the heat creates all the bobbling of the potatoes and rice in the kettle. This Purusha and Prakriti, but both are eternal. But here is no need of God. You say this world is created. Who created? There must be some God. But Sankhya says Ishara Asiddhe. Ishara is not Siddha. It is not logically necessary for this establishment of this creation.
As per Sankhya, isn't every jiva has a separate Purusha?
That is different. Don't go to that philosophy. Only he is saying how the creation has come. Not to talk about creation, you need a God. That is the dualistic approach. God must be there. Who has created? But he says, no. Sankhya says, Ishara Asiddhe. Ishvara is not Siddha, it is not essential, it is not necessary. Pramano abhavat, there is no logic behind it. Why? Because Purushati consciousness and the Jara matter, when it comes, transformation, the energy of the Purusha enters into Prakriti and Prakriti gets transformed, and this whole world is a transformed nature of the Prakriti. That much is the subject here. So he says, "Oh mother, they look fondly at my divinely beauteous form. Pashyanti te means those devotees who we are talking so far. These devotees, Pashyanti means look at me. Krishna says in his beauty, Ruchihi Ruchiravatamsam, which is very beautiful, charming. Ruchi means Ruchi Sampanna, Banglaয় বলি আমরা। Ruchi Sampanna, Ruchi is taste, but tasteful looking. That means very nice looking. So Ruchi, Bhagavan's, the God's form of Krishna, so beautiful, eyes are so beautiful. Or in this country, you read about Vivekananda in all the newspaper. They describe about his beauty so much. Oh, his eyes are like that, his eyebrow is like that, he looks like that, his height is this and charming looking. So Krishna says, here in Kopila says, oh mother, when this type of devotee, what happens? They get attracted to only the beauty of the Lord. No? So Pasyanti, Pasyannani Bhaktrani Urunani Lochonani. Eyes are very red and light. Beautiful eyes, beautiful face, all this they see. They divinely beauteous form, my benign countenance, my rosy eyes, they see. And they address to me the word that please me. And then they start praising me. Oh Lord, you are like this. So this is the way of the devotees. That means the devotees get intoxicated in the beauty of the Lord, His glories. Therefore, they live in the world, but they are not connected to concern with the world, but their focus goes on me and my presence and my beauty, my smile, my this. They live in that consciousness. That is the bhakta. Bhakta lives in that. Real bhakta, genuine bhakta. Here there is a translation. Along with the translation, here is some explanation of the Vishnu Puri. Vishnu Puri says, Nanu tat paurusha sabhajena king said. What happens to that bhajana, the worship of me day and night, as you have described? They don't want to unite, they worship me day and night. What happens to them if they do like that? So, pasyanti te pasyanti te ime iti. They only see me only. Prasannani bhaktrani, my face very serene and peaceful, that charms their mind. Arunani loshanani, eyes are red. Red eyes are good eyes, I do not know.
Yeah.
Red eyes, frightening eyes, no?
I would
Red
think
eyes
so.
either means you're too sleepy or you're too drunk
Yeah.
or you're too angry.
Or you have pink eyes.
Pink eyes.
Pink eyes
Or
is not
somebody
very good
took a
sign.
picture of you too close up and you're looking at the camera.
Yeah, so yeah, they we have to know that, but that is the sign of beauty. They and during that period maybe red eyes may be beauty. I do not know. So they are saying their eyes become
Rosy eyes.
rosy eyes, rosy.
Rosy eyes.
Rosy eyes are what?
They're childish. Rosy.
Acha. Oh, that means
Yes,
that,
cheeks.
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, rosy are
Rosy
cheeks.
cheeks, yeah.
Rosy.
Anyhow. So just anyhow. That's the man. Eyes are beautiful eyes. That's the point.
Red eye means like the red eye flight is cheaper and good. You want that.
What does votaries mean?
Eh?
Votaries.
Votaries means who support that, who support that philosophy, who vote for that idea.
Oh, I
That
see.
makes it easy.
Okay.
Votaries
Devotees,
means
basically.
suppose
Oh,
if
devotees.
you take a vote Those who vote for that type of philosophy, so the votaries of those ideas. So these Arunani Lochonani Yeshu Toi Madrupang Madrupai Sakang Saha Evam, say staying with me, thinking about me, Matrupam, my form, divine form, Saha Evam Parameshwaro Sakshat Darshananando Mukto. Only Parameshwara Sakshat. They see in me the Supreme Lord, Parameshwara. That's as if he is seeing that Parameshwara. With that, the mukto nosti iti tatpar. They don't want another mukti. Mukti means total কি বলে dissolution. Mukti means I want to get out of this total thing. But it does not happen. But Surabhusana, একটু এদিকে Mangesh, we can one step further. Yeah, she's struggling hard to. Bas, now you can see everybody. Good, thank you. Anyhow, so we got that. Now, 23rd verse says, "O mother, these great devotees who reject even the state of oneness with me, yeah, they don't want to be united with me in samadhi. What they do? They perceive and talk with my lovely divine forms, having beautiful faces, rosy eyes, sweet voice, and showering blessings on it, and he's blessing the devotees. No, that's why they will bless only the Krishna devotees, not us, because those who worship him, he will be gracious on him. Anyhow, that is the devotees think that way, that this is the benefit of being worshipping, this dualistic way of worshipping Krishna and Krishna day and night. And the second verse, being drawn heart and soul by the attraction of my beautiful form. Now it is an attraction. That's why Krishna is called Karshati, Akarsati, he who pulls towards him, who attracts. Krishna, that's why Krishna has a akarshan. Akarshan means pull. Yeah. Huh? Like a magnet is attracted. So being drawn, how the devotees are drawn? They are drawn in my beauty. They are drawn into my love, the heart, attraction of my beauteous form, my sporty voice, bilaso, sahasoi, my smiles, sahaso, ikshito, bamo, shuktoi, and glances, ikshan, looking like that. They like a baby Krishna looks this way, that way. That is a charming look, charming attraction for them. So his movement, his sports, his smiles, his glances, and also his sankship, speech also, so ennobling to the mind. Their mind becomes very joyful by that. They attain, though not desiring, to my subtle nature. They enter into my thinking of me. They become like me. They gain the characteristic of my divine nature. In that is the science, no. Psychological stand behind our whatever you think, so you become. Is it not? Whatever you think, unconsciously you become transformed. A gang boy, a boy, good boy, falling into that type of association, consciously or unconsciously living with that, their mind gets saturated and saturated and saturated. That then action becomes different. And even another person being in a very bad situation has come out of that and living in a holy association, good association. She, within few days, you can see the face is transformation happening in the face. The talks are changing, their way of looking, working, everything is changing. I remember one in the village, I was in Sikra. So one boy, he used to come every day in the morning, small boy. And there is a side gate to enter inside the temple. So that day I found that he gave such a kick that the gate will fall down. Then I caught him and said, what are you doing? That is the impact. He has already gone to a movie and saw some Hindi film where the hero kicked something and it scrambled into fall down. See, one movie, impact of the mind has got so much, his action has come into action. So similarly, these devotees thinking of me, looking at my smile, thinking of my face, our beauty, all my blessings, the nature of my divine nature of compassion, they become totally, they attain, not even desiring. They don't think that they're desiring anything, but they become not desiring they enter into the subtle nature, sajujja or intimate union. It is called how my inner nature, they become one with the inner nature. And as a result, by virtue of their loving devotion. So that is the transformation. You think of Krishna or you think of Ramakrishna in any way. See, that's why it is Mahapurush Maharaj used to say, you need not have to meditate. Look at the picture of Ramakrishna. Look like this. You need not have to do anything. Just look. It will just inject that spirit. Unconsciously, it will transform the mind and it will be purified. And this is the same idea that in Krishna, thinking of the Krishna, Narayana, he is the Lord of the universe. In this form, he is playing and he is come to redeem us. And all these ideas, keeping in that, if these devotees get unconcerned about their spiritual development, they transform mentally. Internally, they get transformed. Their heart becomes saturated with the thinking of God, and they become like God. Srimati's thought is very important. Srimati, when she used to stand before the mirror and used to put the flower here and there in the doing hair doing and all these things, she was thinking so intensely about Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Sometimes it is said that she would see Krishna. She is no more Radha. The reflection will be Radha. Radha is standing before the mirror, but she is so much intoxicated in the thought internally that whole transformation comes in the face. Recently we get proof of that. When Swami Brahmananda Maharaj is walking from the behind, all the others used to say, oh, Ramakrishna is walking himself. The way, it is Holy Mother. Holy Mother, when she used to go into ecstatic mood of samadhi, there is description in the which book I forgot. Mother is behaving the same way as Ramakrishna used to behave. In the ecstatic mood, when he come down and suppose he's after eating in the half semi-conscious mood, he was taking a pan, what you call betel leaf. Thakur had the tendency to cut a tip of the and throw away. That part is throw away, and rest of the thing. Mother is to do the same way when she is in deep ecstatic mood. So your inner transformation happens. That is the bhakti. Gradually, not very rigorous change. Reject this, reject that. That is not very softly. They move into that journey. That's why I always give the example. It is like hiking. With a flask of coffee and snacks and all eatable things and good blanket, and just if you're tired, sit somewhere, enjoy the vista view, and then have some coffee. But straight hiking with the rope, if you look right and left like that beauty, then you may lose your grip and fall down and break your arms. So Vedanta is a very steep route. Tremendous renunciation is necessary. No compromise like this. Ah, how beauty is this? And you cannot look like right and left. Then there is a chance of falling. But anyhow, so we got the point. Point is that they don't get that type of emotion to unite with the divine, absolutely merge their ego, but they keep a little separation and they worship the Lord in a devotional process, what happens to them? Unconsciously, their mind gets transformed day and night, thinking of the beauty of the Lord, His eyes, His features, His smiles, His blessings, His gesture and posture, whatever He does, they get totally transformed. Now, I'm just reading another translation of the same verse what we read it here. Here,
So one question I had was Kapila was some philosophies. What does he mean by when he says reject even the state of oneness with me? What does he mean by the state of oneness with me?
yes, bhaktas don't want oneness with me.
No, but what I was saying is Kapila
Hmm.
was the founder of the Sankhya philosophy.
Hmm.
In Sankhya philosophy,
That's why.
what does the concept of state of oneness with
No,
God mean?
No, that's why. No, Sankhya means actually, Sankhya also means Vedanta. In broader sense, Sankhya is that analysis, path of analysis, that is also called Sankhya. Sammakhyayati iti Sankhya, not the Sankhya philosophy only. But that's why our Swami, now this Vishnu Deva Harika Vishnu Puri, he has mentioned that it is doubted. That's why it is the same Kapila or some other Kapila. When you are in the Bhagavad, they are talking about Devahuti talking to his mother, advising the mother. Is it the same Kapila? That's why he is here. He to his mother, wonderful, makes one doubt. What doubt? Whether the Kapila of the Bhagavata that we are referring now is the very Kapila who composed the aphorisms of Sankhya, who said Ishvara is not necessary, but this logically it is not necessary. Or is he only his name? Another name, another person, maybe in the same name.
This Kapila was an avatar.
Yeah,
one mentioned in Bhagavad.
Bhagavad.
Was an avatar of Vishnu.
Yeah. Now, the other verse, 24th verse, I am reading another version, that but though my devotees may cherish no desire for far subtle course of moksha, being ravished by the sight of my beautiful form, by my surpassing winning smiles, looks, and sweet voice, their final emancipation is given to them as the reward of their devotion. That is the reward of their love for God. This is the path of devotion. Moksha is, after all, the ultimate end of the existence, for we see here that they are finally translated into the condition of oneness with Him. Oneness with the Krishna. Here, mukti is you become so merged into Krishna's beauty, Krishna's form, you forget yourself and you are like Krishna. This union. But Vedantic union is Krishna merging with Krishna, no more form, no more name, all these all. It is only that remains, that remains. But here, as if duality, lastly, as Sri Ramakrishna, Savikalpa Samadhi state, as the mind moves into the state and emerge into that state of absorption, where you live in union with the divine. Savikalpa is a samadhi, is it not? And Nirvikalpa is a samadhi. Savikalpa is a samadhi where your individual ego has merged, almost merged, but you are merged with the divine image of the divine. That's why Ramakrishna said, when it came here, Mother is coming. I cannot transcend that. And Mother's beautiful form, that see all the description. Mother's beauty, Mother's smile, Mother's description. It is Mother. And I am there. I cannot go beyond that. I'm going there and getting stuck there. That's why he's saying I cannot go beyond. So this is also samadhi. That's the Savikalpa samadhi. But Vedanta will say, no, that is not the end. But Bhakta wants, I want to stay there. I want to enjoy that and then come back again and eat and then enjoy again. Go back and forth there. Now, Otho, next one. Next verse is 25. Otho vibhuting Mama Maya Visrishta Maswarjam Vaisharjam Visishtva Vaisharjam Ashtangam Anupravritam Sriyang Bhagavati Va Asprihayanti Bhadrang Parasya Mete Ashnuvate tu loke Na karhichit matparaha shantarupe nakshanti no animisho leti yesham aham priyo atma shutascha shakha guruhu suhridau daivo abhistam. So they do not hanker for any of the splendors that are manifested by my Maya in the seven worlds. That means they are not interested in going to different lokas. They want to be merged with me, see me day and night, and watch and live in the lila of mine. They do not care for the eightfold powers. What are the eightfold powers? Anima, Logima, those are the powers. Power of becoming very light, power of becoming very heavy, power of becoming penetrating the wall, power of flying in the space. Anima, Logima, Gurima, all these eight occult powers. They don't care about that. Even the glory of the Vaikuntha, that means where, oh, how glorious is this heavenly plane in Vaikuntha. They don't care. The heavenly abode of Vishnu, Supreme Being, as manifested, is not sought by them. Yet, in my supreme abode, that means they live with me. That's why they always, Vaishnavas always think they will go to Krishna Loka. Stay with Krishna. And there are different stages. How you live in that, how Sarupa, staying there, you meditating on Krishna, Krishna, you can get the form. Your form will be transformed like a Krishna form. Sarupa, Sajujja, very close, being living very close proximity all the time with Krishna. Sarujja, Sarupa, Shalokka, you stay in the same plane. These are more intimate and little distance among the living with Krishna. But how close you are living and how little away you are, they enjoy all these states. So the glory of Vaikuntha is not sought by them. Yet, in my supreme abode, they attain to bliss, which is unmixed with sorrow. There is no more sorrow, there is no more suffering, because they live with me, which is full of bliss. Though they do not care for anything except serving the Lord, He confers on them all fulfillment. Now, even they don't want, but Bhakta gets everything because it is God's grace comes through. They don't feel that I am incomplete. I have not gone to this plane, I will have to do this, I will have to, because Bhakta becomes saturated with the love of God. Beautiful, no?
So how in Vaikuntha are they driven to do something?
There is no doing, seva. I serve him, even in there I will serve.
No, serve fine, but how do they serve? Like, do they keep massaging his feet?
Yeah,
or
you
like,
can
do they do
all
something?
types, as you are keeping a separation and dualistic feeling, you can feed, you can serve, you can you can bathe, you can massage, whatever. Service is anything done for him only, and they have no identity with anything but God, but Krishna. Yeah. Yes.
Maharaj, in Vrindavan,
Ah.
I noticed that there was also a very large group of people who were fanatics for Radharani.
Hmm?
Almost as fanatic as for Krishna,
Yeah.
they were Radha fanatics.
Radha fanatics.
Yeah, in
Like
Vrindavan.
Krishna, yeah, Vrindavan is all, you should be Radha.
Yes, yes, yes.
That fanatic, because there is a philosophy. If you want to, Ramakrishna said, if you want to see Krishna, you should be like Radha. Your heart will be such panting for Krishna day and night. That means Radha is the epitome of love for Krishna. So you are to be like Radha. So therefore it is said in Vrindavan there is no one, no man. The only man is Krishna, Purusha, and all are women. Feeling that you should have that spiritual attitude. There is a story, no? What's Sri Chaitanya, Rupa Goswami, no? Yes. Rupa Goswami or Sanatana, Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami, Mirabai. So Mirabai went to see Rupa Goswami, who is Sri Chaitanya's one of the prime disciples, and very highly evolved sadhaka, day and night repeating the name, horripilation all over the body, and always crying and weeping in the name of the Lord. And Mirabai went to see that holy man. But as soon as he went and he asked in Mira went, he's a monk. The monk says, no, ma'am, I don't see any woman. I don't want to talk to any woman. Then Mirabai sent a response. Oh, please tell him that I didn't know that there is another man in the Vrindavana. I only knew that there is Krishna is the only man and all are Radha's friends. Radha Rani's friends. And getting that message, he got immediately transformed and he very politely invited Mirabai to come and then have their interaction. A big philosophy that if you want to be like that, you should be. To have Krishna darshan, you should be, your heart should be panting like that as Radha is to pant for Krishna, cry for Krishna, weep for Krishna.
I almost have a feeling that Mirabai was maybe even a step further than Radha because she had never seen Krishna. Even then, she had so much panting and love and devotion for Krishna. Radha,
you can say,
she could see Krishna right there, so naturally she had a lot of
that is
desire
true.
for him.
That is true. It is said, that's why it is said. You are all, Mahapurush Maharaj said in one place that we have seen Sri Ramakrishna. But those who are coming in future, they will be great. Not even seeing Ramakrishna, they will be attracted to Ramakrishna. That's devotion. So same thing in the Christ also. There is a Bible, there is a statement. The disciples have seen Christ and they have been attracted, but though they are glorious people in the future, only hearing my words, my glories, they will be attracted to us.
Can Mirabai be an incarnation of Radha, or do you think Radha was enlightened and didn't come back?
In dualistic stage, you can say yes.
Mirabai was a little. She used to think of Radha as her
Competition?
I don't know.
No, that.
She had a great friendship with her.
No. In devotion, there are all these are all human attitudes are implied. Is some type of jealousy, this, that. This is because it's a love relationship. All the human emotions you can find in Bhagavad, they are mentioned in, and particularly some Bhakti texts. All the human emotions are mentioned there. How one feels, how one cries, how one weeps, how one feels jealous. Radharani is jealous about whom? What is called Vishakha, no, what are the names? Lolita.
The gopis.
Gopis, other gopis. But why Krishna goes to her? And Radharani was angry. Why does she go? Anyhow, some of the names, so I forgot.
But she's clarified.
No, he clarified is the point that, she does not know how to serve. That is her explanation. But Krishna goes himself. So what is your explanation? You are pointing from, she does not know how to serve. Because Radharani says that love unselfishly. But she wants her gratification, not Krishna's. In the devotional language, no? It is, you should go, you only love your beloved. And for his pleasure, whatever you do, you don't look back towards you. That's the highest expression of devotion.
It sounds just like The Bachelor.
Hmm?
If you ever watched The Bachelor,
Huh.
that's what it sounds like.
It's
It's
like,
a movie, is it?
No, it's a
No.
TV show. It's
Oh.
a dating show competition.
Oh.
Where there's one bachelor and all these girlfriends.
oh,
And each week he sends some of them home
Mhm.
until finally he picks the one who's
Oh.
the best. But the show is all based around the other girls fighting with each other over who's the best one for him. You know? It's silly.
No, in a human relationship, actually it is a replica of human relationship. But it is only for God as Krishna, and it is human relationships for man for woman, or woman for man. So this is the, and that's why in reading the Bhagavad is dangerous. Because in Rash Purnima and Ras Adhyay, there are language in such a way that people will think that they're talking about human love. So unless your mind is so developed and pure, that it is the divine play going on, pure soul loving, pure expression of the infinite God. So the Bhakta and Bhagavan. Huh? So unless they have that purity, they will always bring back into the lowest level of human expressions.
I have read or heard somewhere that the Krishna's greatness in that Leela with the gopis was that he elevated them beyond the physical.
That's true.
And human, got them to the spiritual.
I understand one point. We are all imagining now. Krishna was how old? He has a boy of 12 or 13, and these girls are in early days married when they are 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. They are the wives of these small kids. They're playing themselves. One so pure level of thought. And even I understand it is not Brindavan. Brindavan play Ras Purnima. What they felt. Each gopi, Krishna was dancing. One Krishna went and met. And then when they're dancing in ecstasy, what happened? Every gopi felt Krishna is with him only. A heart. So what is happening then? Each individual is feeling the presence of the Lord and it's my beloved and with me, dancing in ecstasy. So this is different thing than that of human understanding. So one Krishna cannot be so many, and every lady should feel that Krishna is playing with me only, dancing with me only. That's only possible.
This is my friend.
Please come in, so many chairs. Come. Come here, sit here. Yeah, all are open, or here, or here. Okay. Now,
At the age of same place, what you are saying, for so many girls to get that level of spiritual absorption before even teenager, is it possible?
yeah, their sages, Thakur said, who are these gopis?
16,000 people.
Whatever may be 16,000, so many sages. Ramakrishna's words, he said, these are gopis were who? They were the sages of the previous life. When the Lord Ramachandra was moving all over in search of Mother Sita to every forest and searching for everywhere, and sages and saints were meditating and they are leading in the secluded life, in the ashrama life. And when Rama came over there without their knowledge, all the sages felt so uplifted that their mind shoot up. Every day we meditate. Suppose in one day, if you find all of you found, oh, there is upsurge of energy, then you say, what is the matter? What happened? And they saw Rama. And seeing Rama, they said, oh Lord, if you, and the sages could recognize God. So they said, you came, and because of you, we got so much at uplifted mood. Your presence only, just you arrived. We have not looked at you, we have not checked, talk, interaction, no interaction with you. If that is so, so what will be that if I live with you and understand you and play with you? Then that was the his request came from them, then give us word that you will have to come again when we will be born. And that's why Krishna came and they all joined together. That is the Ramakrishna's expression.
So the cows and all those were also some sort of.
God knows, I'm not going to those details. What Ramakrishna said, I am quoting. Who am I to judge what has happened? But we can find a good meaning behind it. Now, next verse. This verse says, though these devotees do not hanker for any splendor that are manifested by Maya in the seven worlds. That means seeing the beauty of the world, seeing anything charming, they are not attracted to anything. And these are my powers. They don't get deluded. They come to me, not my powers, not my glory, but to me. What is better? People can be totally absorbed in the charming power and splendor attracts many people. But it is called, that's why it's called nirgun bhalabasha. When it is with gunas, when you have richness, when you have money, you have prosperity, you have, say, many people will love you. But when you are beggar, only few people will love you. Like Ramakrishna said, when he became got the cancer disease, Ramakrishna said this has a meaning. Previously, people used to come to Dakshineshwar and Calcutta. He's going to Samadhi and ecstasy, this, that. Any ordinary people will be getting charmed. Oh, it's great spiritual person. Come, come, come. No? And then what happened? When he's a cancer patient, he said there is a meaning behind it. Now, the people who only love me, that inner core of people, whether I am cancerous, whether I am a bad guy, whether I am a good guy, whether I have spiritual ecstasy, whether I am not, they have loved me. These are the inner circle people. And those who are outer circle, they will leave me. Seeing that, hey, he is God, he goes to ecstasy and he is now suffering from cancer. As many people left Christ. Christ was following, crowd was following Christ everywhere, no? And then when that judgment came, everyone denied Christ. I do not know even, because lest they will be penalized with anything, no? But only few remain there. Mary, Magdalene, these that we find the story of them. They are the inner circle. That's why they had the first vision. Look at that in the life of Christ. That they got the first vision of Christ after what you call resurrection. So here the same thing. It's internal. They are the internal people. They don't get attracted with my glories, my pomp and power and riches and how great I am. They are not interested. They are interested in me. So eightfold powers, they do not care for the eightfold powers. They automatically come to them with their spiritual development. They need not have to cry for that, expect for that, but by their own nature, loving God, they get all this benefit of the eight powers come to them if they want to apply. Even the glory of Vaikuntha, that means what is the heavenly abode of Vishnu, the supreme being as the manifested person, is not sought by them. Yet in my supreme abode, they attain to bliss unmixed with sorrow. Yet they are not making any effort, but effortlessly they come to a place where there is no sorrow. No dukkha. Attantiko, you were talking the other day. Attantiko dukkha nivitti. Paramananda praptischa. That is the Vedantic goal. What is the goal of Vedanta? There will be total annihilation, param attantik dukkha, suffering, total annihilation of all suffering and pain and misery. That is a state. And attainment of what? Supreme bliss. Attantiko sukha. Parama sukha. But it is happening the same way. Unconsciously they are thinking of Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. They enter into that realm of that total annihilation. There is no more sorrow. There is a song in our Bellumat they sing when someone dies. Behold, you see the plain. ওই যে দেখা যায় আনন্দ ধাম অপূর্ব শোভন ভব জলধীর পারে জ্যোতির্ময়, that effulgent, bright, brilliant place. Behold that, which is beyond all the sufferings and death and disease, beyond that. কি সুধাময় গান গাইছে দেবগণ, where all the gods and angels are singing the glories of that beautiful abode. No? So let us go there. So that is the plane the bhaktas reach there without effort. They don't want power. Power comes to them. In our tradition, Ramakrishna said, see, Ramakrishna didn't want power. Ramakrishna worshipped mother, 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 cried. What happened? Look at that. When he called Vivekananda and was transferring his whole power, he said, hey, Naren, I have gathered so much of power. I have, but I never used it. You want to get it? I'll give you. He said, no, 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 sir, I don't want all these things. But he said, Ramakrishna said, no, 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 it will help you for your future mission. I do not know whether he took it or Ramakrishna gave it, but it says that with this power you will do miracle in the world.
He said in the gospel after he transferred his power to Naren that
I cried.
Now,
I have become a beggar. But that is spiritual power, not the occult power.
No, he actually offered occult powers to him much before, just to test Naren.
Anyway, I am saying that he doesn't. But what is my point? I am just everything I want to understand what they are talking. Everything. He says it comes to them. Ramakrishna did not want the occult powers, but he only devotionally cried and wept and prayed and did. Occult power came to him. Whether you utilize or not, in your pocket those things are there. You exercise it or not, that's your power.
So why do they come? What is the need of them?
It's common. It's a journey. It's a power. Tapas brings power. You know, some people are so much different, powerful. Some spiritual teacher. There are many spiritual teachers. Why one person's words attract so many people? Why hundreds and thousands of people? It's all power. The world is a manifestation
like Adima, Lagima, Garima. What is the need of all these powers?
Yeah, you know, Christ, did he not show all powers on thee? Entire world is full. You have to show some trick. A dead person, hey, come out, Lazarus, and Lazarus come out. Oh my God, here is God then.
And the blind man.
Blind, oh, you saw the light.
In such world teachers, I can understand. The majority of people who are on spiritual development,
that's
they
a
don't
test.
Want to be world teachers.
Okay, but it is a spontaneous thing. You do the austerities, you gain that. But if you are not wanting God, then you will misuse it, and you will get back to old guy again. You got some power, you earned some money in your pocket.
So it's a trick of Maya.
Trick of Maya.
To pull you back.
Yeah, that should be. You are aspiring for higher joy? Are you capable of that? Qualified or not? If you are happy with this little power and you see okay, go.
Also, it says in the Bible, after Christ did different miracles, he would tell the person not to tell anyone. So it was something he did maybe for a family.
And not only that, it transforms. Most of the miracles, the great people, what they do, to transform them, to bring faith in them, so that they get more intoxicated in God. But people sometimes use for other purpose, to bring riches, more money, more name, fame. It's a trick.
Yeah. Now you're making the distinction that I think is important. If you use the powers as part of your spiritual mission, it's for teaching. It's for bringing spirituality to people.
Yeah.
But if you use it selfishly, it's just going to bind you more.
And not only that, but the spiritual goal is out of compassion. Suppose I'm saying someone is sick. Swami Brahmananda did that. Someone was sick and Brahmananda cured it by mere compassion. He's suffering. And using that power, that person gets. But you are losing that power means you are exercising that power. And it is not In our order, in our tradition, it is not appreciated, but don't use that way. There is one Swami here. He had some power. He used to say whatever used to come out of his mouth, it would happen. So he got scared. Ultimately, he said, "Oh my God!" He said, one of the devotee here. I'm talking about in maybe mid 40s. So one of the devotee who is known to the center, he fell down from second floor or third floor somewhere into the ground or something. And he said, that news came and everyone is worried. And then he said, "Oh, don't worry, nothing will happen." And really, he fell down, and actually nothing serious happened. They take him to hospital, but it is nothing happened. Another person is in the bed, and he fell down from the bed, and they said, "Oh, nothing is going to happen." The others said, "Oh, he has fallen down." No, 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 something is serious. And really, it became very serious. So, in several cases, it happened. Then he then went to some of our swamis and said, "Oh, this is happening. What am I to do now?" He said, "Let's pray to Thakur. Oh, Thakur, take away all these powers." Because he does not know, but he's speaking and it is becoming true. And people are thinking, "Oh my God, he's a great guy. So he can read my future." But that is not the purpose of life. But people easily can be swayed into it. Now let us go to the next verse, otherwise our time will be up. Already up.
Yeah, it's time's up.
Yeah. Actually, the second verse. Those who not let me finish the second one. No. Tarpor bolbo. Those who resort to me as the supreme never meet with a distraction from the abode of peace. Once they reach me, they never fall into that state of what is called suffering. So there is no more suffering, no more restlessness for them. Once they reach it, it is Vedanta. Once you reach that abode, there is no fall from that state. The wheel of time, which I willed continuously, brings all beings except them under its sway. In the time, everyone is born and goes to 6 changes of life and again born, birth, growth, disease, death. They like that cycle. Again, they are coming in the cycle of birth, but not these people who have generated that love for me. And then for to them, I am the beloved of the self, son, friend, teacher, well-wisher, and chosen deity. I am in the heart of my son. Son is not son. I am in the son. See, the philosophy is coming. I am the beloved. Whom in I am the Lord, I am the beloved. I am where? I am the self. Self of the Son, the real Son. In the Son. Who is the real Son? I am the real Son. Friend. Who is your real friend? I am the real friend in the friend. So in teacher and in well-wisher or any chosen deity, you love any form of God and Goddess, there you are. Okay? Note, in this and the succeeding verses, it is hinted that devotees of the highest type have no special aspiration for what is called moksha or cessation from all cycles of birth and death. They need not have to think, they gain it automatically. Their bliss consists in loving and serving the Lord. We have to understand bhakti philosophy means only ideal is I love him and I want to serve him. Nothing other than those two goals. So their bliss consists in loving and serving the Lord. Yet union with him, here called subtle state, comes automatically to them. But the bhakti tradition maintains that some of his greatest devotees retain their individuality and remains as his eternal servants and associates. They are the Nitya Siddhas who appear as associates of the Lord in his incarnation to serve as example of various patterns of devotion and loving service. They come again and again. They are called the Nitya Siddha. They are Siddha. Thakur also said, some of the Ramakrishna's disciples, they are Nitya Siddha. That means they are born not for liberation. Their practice is not necessary. They are born like that, only to fulfill the mission of the Lord. So in Rama's time, some came. In Krishna's time, some came. Ramakrishna's time came all the disciples. They are not like ordinary people. Okay?
The Ishvara Kotis and Nitya Siddha are the same.
Ishvara Kotis and Nitya Siddhas. Ishvara Kotis are another category. Nitya Siddha is also, maybe Ramakrishna said in Gospel about that. So we finished what verse? Verse number what? 26?
Yes.
What verse we ended?
26 Maharaj.
Okay.
Yeah, we finished 26.
Good evening. Let us go for a cup of tea. Lina. Molina. Oh. Huh? Pranam. Namaste. Molina. Who gave you the name? Guru?
My name?
Huh?
That's my birth name.
Oh, Molina?
Yeah.
I see. How did you get that? Beautiful name.
You like it?
Yeah. Molina is an Indian name.
Is it?
Spiritual.
It's Greek also.
Greek also.
And Italian, yeah.
Russian.
And Russian.
Molina. Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna go cut up.
please,
I
please.
brought nectarines.
Huh?
We're gonna go fix tea.
Yeah, we have to go.
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
You want to talk?
we can chat.
He's gonna come and be at tea with us. So
Yeah, we'll chat during chai time.
ठीक है. So follow her. Then we can talk.
Okay.
You stay here. Huh?
Bill Parmenter.
Huh?
You know who he is, right? He is the president of Bhakti.
That's it.